कालं पङ्गुं लाङ्घायते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुं दीनतारिणम्। नमयो विष्णुपादाय श्रीगौरप्रियमूर्तये श्रीमते भक्तिवल्लभतीर्थगोस्वामिनामिने कृपया क्षमतामपराधिजनं कलुषायुतशक्तसुदीननरं सुपथे परिचालय सर्वदिनं प्रणमामि च माधवदेवपदम्। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्णचैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। तप्तकाञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिकान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्णा कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। We are reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 5th canto, 10th chapter. Rahugana realized that Jadabharat, who was carrying the palanquin, is not an ordinary person. From the speech, he could understand that he must be a realized soul. In fact, he must be Kapiladev, for whose darshan he is heading towards. Therefore, he got down the palanquin, he offered obeisances to Bharat, and he tells him that, who are you? What is your purpose of coming here? Why are you wandering here and there without, like an inert person? Like an inert person, why are you wandering here and there? Is your coming here, the purpose of your coming here is to deliver a person like me? Are you Kapiladev, who is incarnation of Narayana? Please reveal your identity. I am a materialistic person. I cannot recognize with my material vision. I don't fear the punishment of Yamaraj. I don't fear the trident of Lord Shiva. I don't even fear the Vajra or the thunderbolt weapon of Indra also. But I certainly fear the offenses to the Vaishnavas. Saying this, he tells that, my dear Brahmana, you are like an Avaduta I have a few questions in connection to whatever you have said. You told that by carrying the palanquin, you are not tired because you are Atma. But from whatever I have experienced, just like I go on fight, after fighting a great war, I feel tired because Atma is within the body. Obviously, we feel still tired. Just like when we are sleeping, in the dream, our body is at rest. It's only the subtle body that is working. But still, whatever we see in the body has an effect on us, on the body. In a similar manner, whatever physical effort we are doing, it has definitely an effect on the self also. And you told that the relationship as king and servant is also temporary, is not uh, true. You told this, but I would say that one person has become instrument as a king and another person has become instrument as a slave. We have these aupadhika dharmas, activities of what do you call temporary designations. Like I am temporarily a king, but I have the designations of a king that are to be fulfilled. In a similar manner, if he gives an example of an earthen pot, like an earthen pot is there, you cannot say the existence of an earthen pot to be false. Oh, it is earth only, it is not pot. Because this earthen pot is able to carry water. This earthen pot is able to carry water. We are able to carry water in the earthen pot. We are able to store in the earthen pot. You cannot say the existence of earthen pot is false because it's basically in earth. It's a transformation of earth. So what is the existence of it? No, it could be transformation of earth, but you cannot say the designation of the pot or the duty of the pot to be not existing. Stalyagni tapat payaso api tapastu tapatandular garbharandihi dehendriyasvashaya sannikarshat tat sansritihi પુરુષસ્યાનુરોધાત. આપની કહિલેન સ્થૂલત્વાદી ઔપાધિક ધર્મ આમાર નાય. કેનો? ઔપાધિક ધર્મ की मिथ्या. So further Rahugana is inquiring that you told my duties are not, I am not identifying myself with the material duties on the designations. Like he told that you have carried the palanquin you have been carrying the palanquin for a long time. The Rahugana had made a sarcastic remark. But in reply, Jadabharat says that because the carrier is the body and it is not me, the body, yes, it is tired, but Atma is not tired because Atma is not the doer. This is what Jadabharat has said. Now Rahugana is putting a question based on that. Sthulatwadi aupadik dharma amar nai. You told that I am not a performer of material duties, outside duties. Why? Are you also not supposed to do the duties as designated to you? Are they false? Like in the sense that for the time being, let's say I am a mother or I am a brother, I am a child. I have aupadika dharma. I have the a duty to be performed based on that particular designation. Because I am a teacher, I have the designation of a teacher, I have to perform the duties of a teacher. I may not be a teacher in the sense that it is not my permanent position, but still, aupadhika, temporarily, based on the designation, I have a duty to perform. So here the king is inquiring, what do you think? Is this false? Are the temporary designations or the duties of the temporary self, are they false? अग्निर तापे स्थाली ও তন্মধ্যগত দুগ্ধ উত্তপ্ত হয়। দুগ্ধ উত্তপ্ত হইলে তন্মধ্যস্থ তণ্ডুলাদির বহির্ভাগ উত্তপ্ত হয়। বহির্ভাগের উত্তাপে অন্তর্বর্তী তণ্ডুলকণার পাক হইয়া থাকে, এই স্থলে ইহার কোনো অংশই মিথ্যা নহে। He gives an example. Rahugana is a very, very learned person. He is not an ordinary fool that he is talking to. Jada Bharat, knowledgeable person. He is telling that there is a pot, and inside the pot milk is boiling. Where is the milk getting the heat from? From the pot. The milk is not directly in contact with the fire. The milk is within the pot. It is not in directly contact with the fire. So first the pot is getting heated up, and because of the heat of the pot, the milk is getting heated up. And now if you put rice in it, like we are preparing sweet rice, if you put rice in it, the rice is not directly in contact with the fire, not in directly contact with the pot also, but because of the heat of the milk, it is boiling the outer portion of the rice, and the heat of the outer portion of the rice is transmitting to the inner portion of the rice, and that is also getting heated up. You understand? The inner part of the rice is not in contact with the fire or any of the other things. It is only in contact with the outer part of the rice, but still it is getting boiled, cooked, because of the fire and because of the transformation of the or transfer of the fire from one layer to the other. Of this there is no doubt. You cannot say that this is false. Rahugana is telling that you cannot say that this is false, that because the rice inside portion, the core of the rice is not in contact with the fire, it cannot be boiled. You cannot say so. It is not false. अग्नि संबंध द्वारा जे रूप तंदुलादि पाक হয় সেই রূপ সকল জীবেরই দেহাদি ইন্দ্রিয় সম্বন্ধ জনিত শ্রমাদি ক্লেশ হইয়া থাকে। Just like even though it is not in direct contact with the fire, but it is getting cooked, in a similar manner, even though the Atma is not directly in contact with any of the physical action we are performing, because the sense organs, the body and everything else is involved in some material activity, Atma is also supposed to get tired because of this. Is the question clear? वस्तुतः ताहा औपाधिक धर्मवशतः ही है, because of the temporary nature or temporary dharma that has been performed. The body is performing some temporary dharma. That dharma, whatever happiness, distress or trouble that we are getting, is getting transmitted to the inside portion, and therefore that trouble is there. But you told that you are not troubled because your body is the only carrier. So I did not understand what you meant by this. Shri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur writes in the commentary, भारवहनादिर द्वारा देहो इंद्रियादिर शांतिवशत आत्माओ शांत है, এই বিষয়ে দৃষ্টান্ত বলতেছেন। When Jada Bharat had carried the palanquin, then the body was fatigued and the sense organs also are fatigued. the sense organs, the limbs, hands, the legs and hands, etc., they are all fatigued, obviously. So when the body is fatigued, when the sense organs are fatigued, automatically the inside of it will also get fatigued. In order to explain this, the king is giving an example here. स्थाल्याग्नि तापात इत्यादि स्थाली पाकभांड अग्निर द्वारा उत्तप्त होइले ताहार तापे भांड मध्य स्थित जल उत्तप्त है. Just like when the pot is put on the fire, due to the heat of the fire, heat of the pot, the water inside will get heated up inside the pot. আবার জলের তাপে তন্মধ্যস্থিত তন্দুলের বহির্ভাগ তপ্ত হয়. And because the water is heated up, whatever rice is put inside that water, because of the heated water, the outer portion of the rice particles will also get heated up. তারপর তাহার তাপে তন্দুলের মধ্যভাগের পাক হইয়া থাকে. And because of the heat of the outside to the outside portion of the rice, the inside portion gets cooked automatically. এই রূপে দেহাদিবিহি দেহ ইন্দ্রিয় প্রাণ ও মনের সহিত সন্নিকর্ষাৎ সম্বন্ধ হেতু তৎসংসৃতি পুরুষের অর্থাৎ আত্মার সংসার ভাব সম্ভব पर হয়. In a similar manner, the body, the sense organs, the life and the mind, because all these things are involved in carrying the palanquin or performing any material duty, because we have Atma has connection with all these things, like the core of the rice has connection with the outside fire. In a similar manner, Atma also has connection with the mind, with the body, with the sense organs, with the life air, etc. So when they are fatigued, Atma will also experience the fatigue. अनुरोधात उपाधि धर्मेर अनुवृत्ति हेतु अर्थात औपाधिगत धर्म समूहेर परपर संक्रमण द्वारा जेरूप सूर्यतापे देह उत्तप्त हইলে इंद्रिय सकलेर ताप तारपर प्राणेर तारपर मनेर एवं तारपर आत्मार ताप संभव. Just like very nice example for the summer season, Krishna Chakravarti Thakur is giving the example when the sun is extremely hot, the afternoon sun, the body is getting the heat, the sense organs are experiencing the heat, and the life within us is also experiencing the heat, and the mind is getting disturbed, isn't it? The mind is also getting heated up, not physical heating, but it's also getting disturbed. In a similar manner, Atma is also, because Atma is in connection with all these things, Atma will also get fatigued. Therefore, the question is, when you said that I am not tired because of lifting the palanquin, my body is tired, but I am not tired. But I am not able to understand why you said so. शास्त्राभि गोप्य नृपति प्रजानां यः किंकरो वै न पिनष्टिपिष्टं स्वधर्म माराधनम् अच्युतस्य यदीहमानो विजिहात्य गौघम. आपने बोलेन राजा ओ भृत्यादि भाव नित्य न है. You told that the relation or the feeling that I am king or I am slave is temporary. কিন্তু অনিত্য হইলেও যখন যে ব্যক্তি রাজা হন তখন তিনি উৎপথগামী প্রজাদিগের শাসন ও পালন করিয়া থাকেন. Even though it may not be eternal, because he told Jada told, today you are king and I am slave. Tomorrow by the influence of time, I can become king and you can become slave. So what is right? Whether I am king, is that right? Or I am slave, that is right. None of these things are actually correct. They are all temporary. He told this. But my dear Brahmana, my dear Avadhuta, my question is that even though these designations are not permanent, are only temporary, still when one is a king, it is his duty to take care of his subjects. It is his duty to punish those who are acting against or violating the rules and the laws of the kingdom. And it is the duty of the king to protect all the other persons. You cannot say this is temporary, therefore I will not do anything. It's not logical and realistic. That, oh, it is all temporary, today I am king, tomorrow I will be slave, so no need to do anything. So king is telling that even though it is not temporary, as long as we have been given this particular identity or the post, we are supposed to perform those duties. আবার আপনি বললেন স্তব্ধ ব্যক্তিকে শিক্ষা দেওয়া পৃষ্ঠবস্তু পেষণের ন্যায় বিফল. And you also told that to give instructions to a foolish person, to a mad person, is just like trying to grind further already ground powder. Something has already been ground, it's a very fine dust, and now you are trying to grind it. It's useless. You told this also. কিন্তু যে ব্যক্তি ভগবান অচ্যুতের দাস তিনি কখনো বিফল কর্ম করেন না. But a person who is a servant of God, he will never perform any useless activity, because you told that grinding the fine dust or the attempt to grind the fine dust to further finer thing is a useless effort. But my question is, a devotee of God or a person who is following the God's footsteps, God's order, he will never do any such useless activities. অর্থাৎ স্তব্ধ ব্যক্তিকে শিক্ষা দিয়া তাহার স্তব্ধত্ব দূর করিতে না পারলেও সর্বশাস্ত্রা ভগবদ আদেশ পালনের জন্য তাহার চেষ্টা বৃথা হয় না. Means he is telling that now king has a duty. If you see Manu Samhita and if you see other scriptures, the roles or the duties of a Kshatriya, of a Vaishya, of a Sudra, everything has been defined. Where are they coming from? They are coming from the Supreme Lord only. It is the Lord's order that to maintain the law and order in this material world, you have to follow these particular set of rules and regulations. And the king, he is following the order of those scriptures. Now, my question is that you said, attempting to make a foolish person do anything is useless. But my dear sir, my question is, by giving instruction to a foolish person or a madman, one may not be able to remove his foolishness, but still by the order of the Lord, at least he is being engaged in the duties. Therefore, how can you say it is useless? Understood or not? No. You understood? Now you said that to give instructions to a foolish person is useless. This is what Jada told. To give instruction to a foolish person is useless, just like trying to grind a fine dust is useless. It will not yield anything. In a similar manner, my question here is, how can any activity performed for the sake of God be useless? The king is supposed to, guide his subjects. A guide is the citizen is a foolish person. Because he is a foolish person, I will not give knowledge to him. It is very bad. It's like child is there. The child is not able to walk. Mother and father are thinking, okay, he is anyway not able to walk, give up, don't do anything. This is not the dharma of mother and father. They are supposed to give their attempt. Ultimately, the child will be able to walk or not is up to him. He may not be ultimately become successful in walking, the child. But mother and father should not give up their effort to make the child walk. So, in a similar manner, a foolish person, maybe the foolishness cannot be driven out by giving instructions to him. But at least the king is trying to engage that particular slave or person in the activities he is supposed to perform. Do you understand now? You understand? Everyone is supposed to engage in their duties. Now a person who is foolish or not able to understand, it is the responsibility of the seniors or the superiors to somehow engage him, whether he understand it or not. Just like the children does not want to get up for Mangalarti. They don't want to get up for Mangalarti. They don't want to go there. But because they are foolish, they don't know what is the importance of Mangalarti. They don't know what is the importance of attending Arti. They are foolish. Now I say, because they are foolish, why should I give an attempt? Even if I tell several times, they are not going to become intelligent. They are going to remain foolish. Rahugana is telling that it is not right on the king to behave like that. The king should try to engage even a foolish person in the activities he is supposed to perform, whether he understands or not. Now even more clear? We will here reply to all that. भगवान अच्युतेर आराधनाई स्वधर्म तदर्थे सचेष्ट व्यक्ति जावतीय पापराशि ध्वंस करिया थाकेन. Because everyone should engage in the worship of Supreme Lord. By engaging in the worship of Supreme Lord, one will be freed from all sinful activities. What is the worship of Supreme Lord? Following his order. He has given order to the Brahmanas, he has given particular orders to the Vaishnavas, to the Kshatriyas, to the Shudras, to the Vaishyas. So we have to follow the orders that are given by the Lord. Dharmam tu sakshat bhagavat pranitam. Whatever the Lord has given, that is dharma. And to follow that dharma is devotion. So Rahugana is telling that if we follow the order of the Supreme Lord, by that we will be able to free ourselves from all the sins. Therefore, kindly explain to me why you said it is a useless effort to engage a foolish person or to instruct a foolish person, and why you said that the dharma of a king and a slave is temporary. Is it not true that for whatever time he got that particular responsibility, he should take care of it? Just like I am supervising the Samadhi temple construction. Now there is no guarantee that I will be remain as a supervisor till the end of the project. My seniors or someone else may be not pleased with my activities and they may give someone else the responsibility. Or I may die any time. while supervising, in one the due course of time, I may die. So I may think, oh, anyway I will die. Anyway I will not going to live permanently. So what is the point in wasting this time? Is that the right approach? It's not a right approach. For whatever time I have been given the responsibility as supervisor of this particular project, taking care of this project, I shall try to fulfill that task. Now tomorrow I may die, or tomorrow I may be kicked out of this service or the project. That is up to the Lord. But because this is not permanent, I will not fulfill my current duties, is not right. That is against dharma. So this is Rahugana's question exactly. Today I am a king. Therefore, what is wrong in trying to engage my slaves in the service? And today he is a slave. What is wrong, in his doing the duties, even though they are temporary? Clear? स्व स्वाम्य भाव यदि ध्रुव হইতো ইহা যাহা উক্ত হইয়াছে তদ বিষয়ে বলিতেছেন শান্তা শাস্তা ইত্যাদি। সত্ত্ব স্বামিত্ব ভাব অস্থায়ী হইলেও যখন যিনি নৃপতি হন তখন তিনিই প্রজাগণের শাসন ও রক্ষণকর্তা হইয়া থাকেন। Even though the position as a king is not permanent, still, as long as one is given the responsibility as a king, one is designated as a king, it is his duty to take care of his subjects. Now, Prime Minister cannot say that after 5 years I am not sure whether I will be there or not, because every 5 years there is an election in India. So after 5 years I will be there or not, I don't know. Therefore, why do I do it now? Because my position is not permanent. Is that correct? That's not correct. So Rahugana is telling that, for as long as I am there, it is my duty to take care of my subjects, my citizens, and to discipline them. আর যে বলিয়াছেন স্তব্ধাদির শিক্ষা পিষ্টপেষণ অর্থাৎ জড় ও উন্মত্তকে শিক্ষাদান অনর্থক, and you also told to give instructions to a foolish person or a madman is useless, just like grinding a fine dust. ইহার উত্তরে বলিতেছেন যিনি ভগবান অচ্যুতের কিঙ্কর আমার ন্যায় আজ্ঞাপালক ভৃত্য তিনি কখনো পৃষ্ঠপোষণ করেন না। A person who is a servant of Achyuta, the Supreme Lord, the king is called as a representative of God. The kings are called as a representative of God because the king is protecting, is maintaining the citizens, which is the duty of Supreme Lord. Supreme Lord is maintaining, he is protecting, and for us who is doing it? It is the king. Therefore, it is the king is God's representative. So if he is God's representative, then he is trying to discipline his subjects, the citizens. Then how can it be called as a useless activity? अर्थात ताहार कोनो कर्मई अनर्थक नहे, means none of the activities of a true representative of God or the king will be useless. It will be for a good purpose. Just like sometimes we don't understand why the king or a superior person is behaving in this particular way, but there is a purpose behind everything. We will not be able to understand with our limited knowledge and intelligence. But the king, sometimes he punishes, sometimes he spares. Now why he is punishing someone, why he is sparing other person? We may think that he is partial, but no, there is some reason. There is some reason for that. A person who is a madman, he is not punished, but a person who is in senses, he is punished. Just like in the material world also, If a madman murders, kills someone, his punishment will be very different. And a person who is conscious, intelligent, educated, if he murders someone, his punishment will be different, isn't it? Now you may say that's why there is a juvenile court, there is superior court. For the juveniles also there is a different court. Why? Because everyone is not treated on the same category. As per the evolved consciousness, the punishment will change, treatment will change. So, in a similar manner, none of the activities of a king or a representative of God are useless. There is some purpose. जेहेतु स्तब्धत्वादि अपगत ना হইলেও शासक ईश्वरेर आज्ञा प्रतिपालनेर द्वाराई उहार फलवत्ता. Because even though by giving instructions to a foolish person, his foolishness may not go away, but at least he is made to engage in the duties he is supposed to do. He is supposed to do an activity because he is foolish, is not doing, but as a caretaker, the king is supposed to engage him in that activity. Therefore, why do you call it as useless? राजा प्रजागणेर शासन रूप निज धर्म पालन करिले उहाई श्री भगवानेर आराधना হয়. When the king performs his kingly duties properly, that is to take care of his subjects, to protect, to discipline, if he performs his kingly duties properly, that itself is worship of the Lord. There are 4 varnas: Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Swadharma acharane Vishnu bhakti, by engaging in one's own dharma as a Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, to perform, to please Vishnu by engaging is one of the goals of human life. In the discussion between Rai Ramananda and Mahaprabhu inquires, what is the highest goal of life? Rai Ramananda starts by saying, Swadharma acharane Vishnu bhakti. By performing one's own dharma, one should perform Vishnu bhakti. This is the target of goal of human life. So although it is very elementary, but yet it is the duties. So by worshipping, by engaging in one's own duties, it is Krishna's service. एवं इहा होइते तिनि अघोघम प्रत्यवाय समूह विध्वंस कुर्यात् हाक्यान. Only when one engages in the service of the Lord, one will be freed from all sins. And that service to the Lord means following his instructions, engaging in the duties as ordained to each of the social classes. I am a Kshatriya, I am supposed to do discipline the subjects, and this is my duty. By doing this duty, I will be freed from my sins. Okay, so we will stop here and continue tomorrow. Now he is finally submitting to Jadabharat, and after that we will hear Jadabharat's replies. वांछा कल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिंधुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. श्री श्री गुरु गौरांग गांधर्विका गिरिधारी श्री श्री राधा मदन मोहन पंचतत्वात्मक श्री गौर हरि की जय. परमाराधितम पतित पावन स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति वल्लभ तीर्थ गोस्वामी श्री गुरु महाराज की जय. नित्य लीला प्रविष्टोम विष्णुपाद परम स्तोत्र सत श्री श्रीमद् भक्ति दयित माधव गोस्वामी महाराज की जय. जगत गुरु श्री भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर प्रभुपाद की जय. श्री शिरूपानुग गुरु वर्ग की जय. श्री रूप सनातन भट्ट रघुनाथ श्री जीव गोपाल भट्ट दास रघुनाथ षड गोस्वामी प्रभु की जय. श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि श्री गौर भक्त वृंद की जय. जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. जय सपरिकर श्री राधा मदन मोहन श्री राधा गोविंद श्री श्री राधा गोपीनाथ जीव की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवत महापुराण की जय। श्री कृष्ण द्वैपायन वेद व्यास महामुनि की जय। श्री सुखदेव गोस्वामी एवं परीक्षित महाराज की जय। श्री श्री जड़ भरत की जय। श्री रघुगण राजा की जय। समागत हरि कथा श्रवणकारी भक्तवृंद की जय। श्री हरिनाम प्रभु की जय। श्री हरिनाम संकीर्तन की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल।